came up, and the Department of Justice had prepared a 60-count federal prosecution against Epstein for all of the charges of statutory rape, solicitation, running this conspiracy, and on and on. Acosta reduced that to a plea bargain for one state count of solicitation. He let him go on 60 counts. This is a guy who should have obviously spent the rest of life in prison for what he had done. They also excused 4 people who were Epstein's aides de camp as part of that plea bargain agreement. And he didn't even have to go to jail during the daytime. He had to spend the night in a special room they had set up for him in the Southern District of Florida. I think it was in Palm Beach. So there's been a double standard from the very beginning. This is about corruption. This is about the wealthy and the powerful being able to manipulate the justice system to get away with their crimes. And so I guess when it was convenient for Donald Trump and for Pam Bondi to raise it and to spread, even greater conspiracy theories about the whole thing, they did it. And the moment they're in office and they've got the opportunity to commit the simple act of turning over the files to the public, that is, after Epstein is dead, after Maxwell is already in federal prison for 20 years, and after a third Confederate also took his own life. So all of those cases are over. Now they're trying to throw up every possible other distraction, like let's get a special prosecutor. For what? Epstein is gone. What other crimes are they talking about? Just release the files to the public. That's what Trump himself has been demanding, and J.D. Vance and everybody else in Trump world. That's what they were asking for. That's why millions of people are upset. Trump says it's like a Democratic plot. No, this has been led by MAGA. It's the MAGA people who are saying it, and we're agreeing with them. Let's clear the air. Let's get the truth and the facts out there and finally put an end to this constant corruption and cover-up.
Yeah, I listened to many more callers to those right-wing talk shows today, and they're so clear on this, and they sound perfectly logical for once, knowing that they've been lied to, and knowing that they've been lied to by Trump world, and that that they've done a 180 on this. That they understand it perfectly. And what I'm wondering about in the larger frame of this is, if they can unlock the mechanics of one very simple pattern of Trump lying on the Epstein files, what happens when they start applying that same logic to tariffs and other issues, Medicaid cuts, things that they have been lied to about? Once that formula becomes available to the thinking of these kinds of voters, what's the limit?
I'm totally with you. The same thought has been running through my mind. I mean, Trump did not campaign on throwing 14 million Americans off of their Medicaid health coverage. And again, that's going to hit a lot of Trump's people as well as a lot of Democrats and independents. But the point is, it's hitting Americans. He didn't campaign on that. He did campaign on releasing these files. He should at least keep that promise. But in a larger sense, we've got to look at what this administration has done with respect to human trafficking and the protection of children. They dismantled 69 different programs, defunding them through the Department of Labor that were meant to combat human trafficking and child labor around the world. They have dismantled all kinds of programs at the Department of Justice, at HHS, and other agencies that were designed to protect people against human trafficking. So we're talking about child sex abuse scandals, not just the Jeffrey Epstein one, but the kind that we've seen at Michigan State, at Ohio State, in the Boy Scouts, in all these churches. All of these things are taking place now, and they're making it much easier for the predators to get away with it. And so, some people would say, well, I'm very upset because I love Donald Trump. Why is he doing this? It's out of character. Others would say, hey, he's an adjudicated sexual predator himself out of New York. What else would you expect to happen? But regardless, their policies are hurting our people, and we've got to turn it around. And let's start by having some truth and clearing the air over